Have you ever wondered if history is as straightforward as it seems, or could there be more than meets the eye? Our past is filled with intriguing coincidences and cryptic conspiracy theories that often raise more questions than they answer. These curious occurrences, seemingly random yet eerily interconnected, have sparked countless debates and captivated the minds of many. Consider this: two world events occurring years apart yet bearing uncanny similarities, or a historical disaster predicted decades before it happened. And who can forget the countless theories surrounding the moon landing or the enigmatic mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle? These are not mere happenstances or figments of our imagination. They are historical anomalies that continue to perplex us, challenging our understanding of the world and the course of events. They are the stuff of legends, the fodder for late-night discussions, and the inspiration for countless works of fiction. So brace yourself as we delve into the captivating world of historical coincidences and conspiracy theories. Scene script: imagine two presidents, a century apart, sharing eerily similar circumstances surrounding their lives and assassinations. Let's delve into the uncanny parallels between the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, and the 35th John F. Kennedy. From the onset, their political ascents share striking similarities. Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846, and exactly 100 years later, in 1946, Kennedy too made his political debut in Congress. Fast forward 14 years for both, and they'd each be sitting in the Oval Office, Lincoln in 1860 and Kennedy in 1960. Their shared experiences extend beyond their political timelines. Both men were deeply committed to civil rights during their presidencies. Lincoln, famously, issued the Emancipation Proclamation, forever changing the course of American history, while Kennedy passionately advocated for civil rights, leading to significant legislative action after his death. But it's the eerie similarities surrounding their assassinations that have truly captured the public's fascination. Both presidents were shot on a Friday, seated beside their wives by assassins known for three names: John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald. And if that's not spine-chilling enough, Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could be brought to trial. Even their successors in office, Andrew Johnson and Lyndon B. Johnson, share uncanny coincidences. Both were Southern Democrats, and both were born 100 years apart. Andrew in 1808 and Lyndon in 1908. Now, here's a final chilling detail. Lincoln was shot in Ford's Theater, and Kennedy met his tragic end in a Lincoln car made by Ford. From their political paths to their tragic ends, the parallels between these two leaders are nothing short of astonishing. Coincidence? Or could there be a hidden pattern in history? Let's move on to our next curious case. What if a novel could predict a disaster 14 years before it happened? This question takes us back to the year 1900, when a novel titled Futility by Morgan Robertson was published. This work of fiction tells the tale of an unsinkable ship named Titan, which, much like its real-life counterpart, meets a tragic fate. The Titan, much like the Titanic, was described as the largest ship of its time and the greatest work of human genius. Both vessels were celebrated for their advanced technology and luxurious amenities, designed to cater to the most affluent of society. Furthermore, both the Titan and the Titanic embarked on their maiden voyages in the month of April. As the plot of Futility unfolds, the Titan hits an iceberg in the North Atlantic, resulting in catastrophic damage. The lack of sufficient lifeboats leads to the death of a majority of its passengers and crew. Sounds familiar? Well, this is eerily similar to what happened to the Titanic on that fateful night of April 15, 1912. The Titanic too struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic, and due to a shortage of lifeboats, more than half of the people on board succumbed to the icy waters. The similarities don't end there. The Titan was described as traveling at a speed of 25 knots when it hit the iceberg, while the Titanic was estimated to be moving at around 22 knots. The Titan was said to be 400 feet shorter than the Titanic, but both were described as being practically unsinkable. These uncanny parallels between the fictional Titan and the real-life Titanic have led some to believe that Robertson's novel was a prophetic piece of literature. However, skeptics argue that these similarities are mere coincidences, attributing them to the common maritime fears and practices of the time. A stroke of artistic foresight or a premonition? As we ponder, let's dive into our next historical mystery. July 20th, 1969, man set foot on the moon. Or did he? Let's delve into one of history's most contentious debates, the moon landing conspiracy theory. It's a narrative that has persisted for over 5 decades, questioning the authenticity of the Apollo moon landing. The theory first emerged in the early 70s and has since gained a substantial following. The skeptics argue that the moon landing was an elaborate hoax, constructed by the US government to assert their dominance in the space race against the Soviet Union. The stakes were high, the Cold War was at its peak, and the moon was the ultimate frontier. The conspiracy theorists point to several pieces of what they believe to be evidence to support their claims. For instance, they question why the American flag appears to ripple in the moon's atmosphere, which is devoid of wind. They also query the absence of stars in the photographs and the seemingly inconsistent shadows in the lunar landscape. The skeptics even go so far as to suggest that the entire event was staged in a television studio, with acclaimed director Stanley Kubrick often named as the possible mastermind behind the production. These allegations are based on the perceived similarities between the moon landing footage and Kubrick's film 2001: A Space Odyssey, which was released a year before the historic event. However, these claims have been widely debunked by scientists, astronauts, and experts over the years. They argue that the skeptics' evidence is based on misunderstandings of physics and photography, coupled with a lack of knowledge about the moon's environment. Despite this, the moon landing conspiracy theory continues to thrive, fueled by an enduring public fascination with the unknown and the unexplained. While it's easy to dismiss this as a mere conspiracy, it's worth noting that questioning widely accepted narratives can often lead to new perspectives and deeper understanding. While most dismiss this as a mere conspiracy, the debate continues to intrigue. Next, we'll explore a theory that has sparked global speculation. A compass that spins wildly, a vanished fleet, and a radio call cut short. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle. This infamous area, located off the southeastern coast of the United States, has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this swath of the Atlantic Ocean has been the setting for countless enigmatic incidents. Let's delve into the mystifying history of the Bermuda Triangle, a place where logic seems to falter and the inexplicable becomes the norm. It first gained notoriety back in the mid-20th century when a squadron of 5 US Navy bombers on a routine training mission, known as Flight 19, mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage was ever found. Their disappearance remains one of the triangle's most enduring enigmas. But Flight 19 is far from the only mystery. Over the years, dozens of ships, planes, and even entire fleets have vanished within these waters, often under clear skies and in calm seas. Communications abruptly cut off, compasses spin uncontrollably, and radar screens show inexplicable phenomena. These incidents have fueled a plethora of theories ranging from magnetic anomalies and giant rogue waves to more far-fetched ideas involving extraterrestrial activity or even portals to other dimensions. Scientists, however, have proposed more rational explanations. They suggest that the triangle's notoriety is largely due to a combination of human error, unpredictable weather, and the region's heavy maritime traffic. Yet despite these reasonable theories, the Bermuda Triangle continues to captivate our imaginations, its mysteries unsolved, its allure undimmed. Some might argue that the Bermuda Triangle is merely a product of our collective fascination with the unknown, a place where we project our fears and curiosities. Others, however, remain convinced that there's something truly otherworldly about this patch of ocean. Is it a natural anomaly or something more sinister? The Bermuda Triangle remains one of history's most intriguing unsolved mysteries. From uncanny coincidences to intriguing conspiracy theories, history is indeed filled with mysteries. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of the unexplained, from the eerie similarities between Lincoln and Kennedy's lives and untimely deaths, to the prophetic novel that foresaw the Titanic's doom. We delved into the moon landing conspiracy, a theory that still raises eyebrows and sparks debates. And lastly, we navigated the enigmatic waters of the Bermuda Triangle, a place renowned for its unaccountable disappearances. Each of these tales, whether they be coincidences or conspiracies, weave a captivating tapestry of history filled with questions that may never be answered. They remind us that reality can sometimes be stranger than fiction, and that the world we live in is a place of endless wonder and mystery. While the truth may remain elusive, the allure of these mysteries continues to captivate our imaginations. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring. Have you ever wondered if history is as straightforward as it seems, or could there be more than meets the eye? Our past is filled with intriguing coincidences and cryptic conspiracy theories that often raise more questions than they answer. These curious occurrences, seemingly random yet